Namaskaram and a very good morning. Please confirm if I'm audible to you all. Thank you for the confirmation. So as a part of our 21-day challenge, we decided to conduct daily Magic of Morning sessions at 5 o'clock. And that is the reason why we are meeting today. So in terms of helping you understand the complete picture or complete context, I'll take you through how we are correlating this 21-day challenge with the Magic of Morning session. So this 21-day challenge is all about bringing our online and offline students together in such a way that you will be able to solve all your problems, all your preparation related problems. I'm saying every problem, each and every single problem which you had for months or attempts or years would get resolved in just 21 days, and you'll understand in just 1 week in terms of how it can be done. So you're already en route in getting there. And this is the overall length and breadth of the challenge. We have given you why are we doing it for 21 days, what happens, and what exactly are the expectations. What can you expect? We spoke about this yesterday. These are the various things which you can expect here during the 21 days challenge. And if you have these strong mindset, productive routine, enhanced efficiency, accelerated learning, cumulative revision, exam practice, if you do this, that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You only have to focus on 6 things. So we'll focus on all of these aspects in terms of building a routine path. So Magic of Mornings is closely connected to routine in a way where we'll help you to build a powerful morning routine using which you can build the next 2 sessions. So ideally, as long as you're able to wake up early and start at 6 o'clock and study till 9 o'clock, it'll automatically translate into 2 more sessions. This is exactly what we are doing. And if you can achieve your targets before 5 p.m., we'll be happy to leave you and give you that fun and fitness video from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. so that you will just finish day end revision and sleep. Tomorrow, it's a fresh day yet again. So this is exactly how the challenge is going to work. And once you are a part of this challenge, I think most of you already have your targets here. Your targets are clearly mentioned here. So once you become a part of the challenge, you'll know what you have to complete. You'll also know what others are doing. So this is how the framework goes. And just like any work you start, this is exactly how it will happen during the task, and at the end of it, this is what happens. So from here to here, I can expect in 1 week. Here, you can literally feel it within the next 3 weeks. By the end of the challenge, by February 29, you will be in a position to operate like this. And also, as I said, the freedom from failure happens at various stages. This time, we don't even want to wait for the exams. This time, we don't even want to wait for the results. This is the challenge which we are giving ourselves at HLS, where you just need a hand and a pen, nothing else, nothing else, literally nothing else. You should be having the command and courage to clear the exam just with your pen. That's it. You don't need anything else. For example, after years and years of experience in speaking, no, I don't even need a topic. Like, literally, I can go onto the stage and talk about things directly, because in most of the classes, I kind of challenge myself, and I don't even want to know the topic. I don't even want to know about the crowd. It doesn't matter. It simply doesn't matter. When I'm asked to deliver something, I'll be able to deliver with the same efficiency. And why am I talking about this right now? Because I want you to have the same level of efficiency when it comes to your exams. The question paper should not matter. Question paper should not matter. And eventually, the exam should not matter. Whether CA, civils, whatever it is, this is the level at which you want to train you. So all you need is your hand and pen. So which means you should be highly competent. You should be highly capable. So this is the underlying aspect of this particular issue. And our vision, our long-term vision, is to help 10 to semi-qualified CS become newly qualified CS. We are on that path, and you should visualize this clearing CA in 1 attempt or 1 year. Start making the 1 lakh, and on the way to create a network of $1 million. And in terms of resources, the reason why we are doing more is this. So you have your time, energy, attention, but you're not able to use it yourself. Right now, at 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, you have your time. You have your time, you have your energy. But the point is, you're not able to engage your attention, and you're not able to fundamentally wake up. There are a lot of things which you're not able to do. That is the reason why, since your internal resources are not being used by you properly, we are creating an external environment. Okay, I hope you understand this. So this is the reason why we are doing it. Ideally, you could have done it yourself. You can still do it, but if at all we have to come into the picture, this is the reason why we are doing what we are doing. So taking all of this into consideration, we have started this Magic of Mornings. It's five components. Yesterday, you already looked into the previous day revision, and we had a slight understanding of box picking technique. So as we proceed forward, like we'll download it to you over a period of time, over the period of a couple of weeks. So we're not going to rush and hurry and just teach you something for the sake of it. Each aspect, each component, you have to master. You have to master each component one by one. So that is exactly how we are going to do. So previous day revision, I just said it has to be done in categories of hours. So what did you do from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., and followed by 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. So this is exactly how we are going to do things on every day. But since we wanted you to build it for you, today also you can follow my voice instructions. You can still follow my voice instructions and finish the previous revision. Then I'll show you the next steps to be followed. So what I want to do what I want you to do right now is please keep your eyes closed. I want all of you to keep your eyes closed. Spine erect, head straight. Please keep your eyes closed throughout the session. Listen to my voice instructions. Okay, so we are engaging your brain. Now you need to understand this activity. You're engaging. Let's say you turn on your laptop. Now it's there, but when you switch the power button, it's supposed to be more active and energetic, right? So whenever you're closing your eyes, you're supposed to be more active and energetic internally. This is something which you have to understand. It's not that you should not go into sleep mode by default because you normally close your eyes for sleeping. But here at HLS, what we do is we make you close your eyes for reflection, for introspection. So you have to be in a very powerful mode. So that is why I'm telling you, when you're closing your eyes, go with that intent, not with the lethargic intent. Right. So let's start with the very first session, very first session, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Whatever you studied from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. yesterday, please revise what you have studied from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. yesterday. Get to that specific time slot, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Seven a.m. to 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So this concludes our first study session. Please focus on this particular study session where this becomes a game changer. Let's move to the second session, which is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll do it hourly. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. 11 a.m. to 12 noon. 12 noon to 1 p.m. So this is the second study session after the first one. So while you're doing it, it is important for you to understand how do you make sure all of the study sessions are sorted? How do you make sure they go seamlessly? Okay. So this is a 10 to 1 study session. Now let's move ahead and focus on the most essential one, the exam study session. Please keep your eyes closed throughout this exam study session. So we're looking at 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., whatever you study. So let's get to 2 p.m. So let's mentally arrive at 2 p.m. Now start with the first study, first slot, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finally, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So think through all of this, think through all of this, and let it ruminate for a couple of minutes. Keep your eyes closed. So let it ruminate for a couple of minutes. Because when you write, it has to be very structured and clear. You have to be very structured and clear. So make sure you reorganize it before we go and write the previous derivation. Those who have studied beyond 5 o'clock can also use this time to recollect what they have studied between 5 to 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., however they would have studied. Okay. So this is exactly how we are looking at the whole revision process, right? Now let's do one cycle of box breathing technique before you submit your PDR directly. Let us do one cycle of box breathing technique. Okay. Keep your eyes closed, spine erect, and listen to the voice instructions. Quickly exhale the air. Quickly exhale the air. Only exhalation. Just exhale the air, whatever you have. All right. So I'll do one round of box breathing techniques with 10 seconds at each stage. I told you yesterday, Purvaka, Kumbhaka, Rechaka, Shunyaka. So let's start with Purvaka. Slowly start inhalation. Slowly start inhalation. Inhale, inhale, keep inhaling further. Inhale further, inhale further. Once you have done with your inhalation, this is Purvaka. Stay in the Kumbhaka state where you're retaining the air. Retain the air. Okay. Without further inhalation or exhalation, just stay in the state of Kumbhaka where you're retaining the air. Stay there. Now slowly start exhaling. Exhale slowly. Exhale slowly. Now stay in the Shunyaka position. Just stay in the Shunyaka position. Once you're done with the exhalation, I want you to stay in the Shunyaka position. All right. Stop. You can relax your breath. You can relax your breathing. Relax your breathing. Now slowly start rubbing your eyes. Slowly start rubbing your eyes. And keep looking into your palms as you open your eyes with a smile on your face. So this is box breathing for you. You'll get more command and control as you proceed forward. So this is a fantastic technique, but you need to give it 1 week maybe to do it right. Where we do 3 cycles, that's when you can see a significant difference. Okay. So as I said multiple times, you have to control your thoughts with your breath, not with thinking. You cannot think about your thoughts and then change it unless you have expertise in that. It is easy to change your breath with your thoughts. Okay. So this is the objective. Now, what we can do is let's move to a previous day revision. Let's get to a previous day revision. And let me share this link. You exactly have 10 minutes. So please make sure you submit it better than yesterday. I want all of you to submit it to the extent you learned. Whatever you learned yesterday, please do it in the next 10 minutes. Exactly have 10 minutes. I want all of you to switch on your cameras. From tomorrow, we are making it compulsory because live study hours will also become compulsory. We want to ensure maximum efficiency, whether you're online or offline. So the accountability has to be significantly increased so that we can perform better. So we have been contemplating on this. So mom sessions are all live sessions where you come live along with your video. I'm not talking to black boxes from tomorrow. Also, we're also thinking of making live study as compulsory at least till 9 o'clock to begin with. So all of these things will keep happening. Yeah. So switch on your cameras and finish this in the next 9 minutes. Keep writing, keep writing. Think clearly, write fast. You have another 9 minutes maybe. Think clearly and write fast. Last 7 minutes. Both quantity and quality of writing has to improve every single day. Write in pointers, write clearly. Last 4 minutes, guys. You'll have to conclude. Last 4 minutes. Last 2 minutes. If you're done submitting, please type done. So Manju has studied for a couple of hours. Special audits linked to PSUs. Fair enough. 2 hours. If we look into something, somebody who has studied more. Okay, 10 hours, 10 hours. Portfolio management, decent. Activities of portfolio management, selection of securities, construct portfolio, decide the ways. Objective, security of portfolio analysis, stability of income, capital growth, marketable liquidity, failures, security analysis, portfolio analysis, portfolio selection. Okay, this is decent. Decent. This is fine. Let's look at what Deekshita has done. 8 hours, covered 9 marks, capital gains, clubbing and setup. Any profit arising from transfer of a capital asset fails. It's chargeable under the head capital gain. Okay. Long-term and short-term capital gains, you can compute capital gains by deducting cost of acquisition from. Okay, this is decent. This is fine. Fine. Because she's doing it for the first time, probably the first week. Prasad has done well yesterday. Today also have done well, Prasad. Good. Yes, this is solid inputs. Yes, this is fine. This is good. The rest of you, I'm showing a lot of good references. Anshu, local authority, cooperative society, AOPBY. This is all fine. Good. Money, strategic analysis, external environment. Good. Yesterday also done well money. Today also done. Good. This is fine. Because this way it's very structured and it will be easy to remember. But yeah, as we discussed yesterday, the component of remembering this for a longer term has to be fixed separately. But to the extent you are done, yes, this is good. C. Business composition, business combination basics are picked up, but I would prefer if there are more pointers. But yeah, you picked up some of the points at the beginning level. This is fine. Other side for 2-3 hours. Probably no company can accept. Okay, acceptance deposits, index mapping. Decent. To the extent you're done, it is fine. Next, Hari. Hari also studied business combination. This is fine, Hari. Guys, rest of you, please have a look. Hari has written it in this manner: 6 to 9, 10 to 1, 2 to 5. This is a reasonably good hack for you to stay structured. Yeah, this is fine. But in terms of the outcome, definitely I would want more from you, Hari. Not just this, it should be more. Yeah, one thing is a time constraint. If I'm giving you 20 minutes, probably I know you can do better. But yeah, in 10 minutes, we have to look at it. Kushal, business strategy, effective external environment, it is defined as a set of external activity. Yeah. This is fine. But break up into points. That will be easy for you to remember and give you a better presentation possibility. Okay, section 115. This is nice. This is good. Alvin, right? Yeah, good job, Alvin. Single glance, structure, comparative, chat. Yes, perfect. This is good. This is how you can remember and how you should remember, because when you're learning from a source which is similar to this, learn in the same format, right? All right. Now, there are a couple of things which I wanted to discuss or address, because yesterday I did spend some good amount of time with offline students, with offline advantages that I'll have real-time back and forth conversations. one thing which I realized is there is some lack in intent. There is some lack in intent. It could be because of two things. It could be because of two things. One could be complete lack of trust in the process. Probably a trusting is at 7 or 8, not 10/10. That is one thing. Or two, lack of belief in yourself. Lack of trust and lack of belief in yourself. So one of the things is not letting you act with intensity, because people who know that they are going to clear, people who know that they are going to clear, they'll operate very differently. The way they operate, decides how the outcome is going to be. Now, if you think that you may pass, you might pass, no, you'll operate, you'll do things in a very different way. When you know that by spending the next 50 minutes on doing this, I'll be able to increase my chances. These kind of students operate very differently. To give you a macro view, I'll tell you two instances of trust. Like this is a case study. Actually, I was building for a TV channel. Yesterday, I got a call for one more interview from a local channel. So I was building a case study to talk about. So probably I'll tell you how important is trust, because if you're not having that at a fundamental level, you have to do daily maintenance in terms of pushing yourself. So probably I'll just give you a framework of what the impact of trust. Okay, the first one is something which happened 3 years ago. Like this is the first instance of trust, which was instrumental in shaping up what we done. Okay, so this is where you're. It should be in the same slide. Let's just a second. Okay. Yesterday there was a post by our Prime Minister in multiple handles. Now, this post, he was talking about meeting a lot of parliamentary colleagues. Now, in this colleague, you recognize this person. Now, this person is none other than MP Ram Mohan Naidu. So the person I'm talking about in this picture is Mr. Ram Mohan Naidu. Is one of the youngest parliamentarians. Now, he could still be 35, 36 as I'm talking. So he's already into the parliament for the second time and is one of the most qualified politicians of India. I'm talking about the whole of India. So I saw this post from Narendra Modi's handle where he was explaining something. Then I quickly remember, okay, why would somebody pick up somebody like him on his side? And when he has an opportunity to work with a lot of colleagues from his own party, I've seen him meeting Mr. Prime Minister multiple times, and he has a very, very good respect and regard mutually. So these are two of my favorite leaders. Even personally, these are two of my favorite leaders. Now, I tried to correlate this with the experience I had with him. So this was the first time when I met him. Like it was a session where I gave on career awareness. So this is the CMA president of South Asia, I guess, and this guy is my father, and he's the same person here. The one beside Modi and the one beside me is the same person. And this happened in 2019, before COVID. So after this happened, we then had an online session. Like he was actually impressed here. He liked what I had on my mind at that point of time. It was not conceptualized. The word called super student did not exist at that point of time. I'm talking about 4 years ago. So at one particular time, he reacted to one of my statuses, WhatsApp status, and he asked me, "What exactly are you doing further?" So I sat on a Zoom call and explained him what we were about to do, and that was in the year 2020. That's when we launched Him Life School. And yeah, you can look at the date. So we even invited him as our chief guest. And if you see, he has a couple of qualifications from Purdue University and Long Island University. Now, these are insane qualifications for a politician in India. Now you understand it, right? So this is where it started. Now, this is where it started. Even at this point, he was already in parliament. He already had access to Mr. Prime Minister. But then he was generous and gracious enough to give chance to. Now that at that point of time, it was not even a startup. It was just a vague idea in my mind. He came and spent literally 2, 3 hours in doing the inaugural. And most importantly, he listened to all the speakers and listened to the entire story. He spent that kind of time. Here also, it was almost a 4 hour conversation late in the night. So probably at the conclusion, he had to say, "You have to leave because you have your magic of morning session," because it crossed 4:30, 4:40. Now I'm talking about leaders. Now these are the kind of leaders. Now there are some people who hardly do something in life and show a lot of attitude or whatever. So look at it. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now at that point, somebody of its stature, when they trusted us, it was very, very important. It was very, very important because trust is the only accelerator which I always rely on. So when somebody like him was able to trust, now I back myself. We worked as a team and we started building everything. And most of you are a part of the journey from that point, right? From here, you saw the journey, whatever we did. And he's also board of the like one of the I would say source of energy for HLS. And we also have one more person. He was cruel. He left me in between. He was supposed to guide me and take me till the end, but I don't know why he left me in between. We'll talk about it a bit later. And that's how HLS evolved. And then you have all of this, like all of the results and everything, case studies, whatnot. We have a lot of things, but that's the first stage where somebody was able to trust us at that level. That is one that happened 3 years ago. We saw that. And technically, somewhere in November is where everything translated. That he came into the meeting in July, and then subsequently was also part of the team that helped us build it. So that is one level of trust. The second thing happened very recently. It was in November 2023. As I gave you the context yesterday. So it was about a student called Radha. And yesterday night, late night, somewhere around 10 p.m., I got this from her mother, Miss Sirisha Garu. So she shared this as I was going through this. It was, very profound in the sense that I was able to correlate. The last time somebody trusted us to this extent was uh, Mr. Ram Mohan, and now see a lot of I know a lot of people trust us, a lot of parents trust us, but the depth of trust is something very different. Now this is Radha and her family. I'll tell you why it is different. I'll tell you why this is very important. When you see, she started her description as a parent. I was always skeptical about CA course. So basically, that's a problem. So about CA course, whether it is predictable or not, whether we'll get the result or not, this is about one issue. Like CA as a course, this is one issue. Second, she was talking about her daughter, where naturally, when people are just getting started, it's natural for anyone. It's not natural for any teenager or anyone in the age where you're not very clear. You want to do something, but you're not very clear. So this is where she mentioned about the scenario where somebody wanted to start their journey. When you're listening to this, I want you to contextualize this in your own journey. When you got started, it wasn't easy for you. It wasn't easy for you, right? It wasn't easy for your parents probably, but then you kept on going. But the point is, now they were trying to find out someone who might be helping her daughter, and that's when she searched for good coaching classes for CA Foundation. Normally, we don't do SEO, and that's why she said our result did not come up directly. She said that she got some frustrating results because of which she was not able to find somebody right. And in 8 weeks away from December, which would be November first week, as I said, November is a great month multiple times. So just 8 weeks before the exam, they were not very sure because they're not able to find the path probably. So the idea of proper preparation is untenable. We almost decided to send our daughter to Chennai for the May 24 attempt for CA Foundation to prepare for the May 24. I'm not talking about December since they thought it's not going to be viable in December. And she once again started changing her set strategy. She's a good, techie. In fact, she's a techie actually. So she Googled for best mentor instead of best coaching classes. Again, I'm surprised how my name came up because we never do anything online. And he tried the first suggestion. Somehow, she found us. She also gave this feedback about others where she got a lot of calls, which others do. Now, unable to give up, I asked for the reviews of mentors. And that's when we came up. Probably the kind of reviews we have, thanks to you guys. Nobody, like even this is also a review, right? We have India's best reviews. I'm talking about India's best in all contexts. Nobody comes close. You can check for any review of Unacademy or Byju's or whatever. It won't be a half, not even a half sentence or not even a half paragraph. People write letters to us. This is a kind of love and affection they show us. Now, this is also one among them, right? So she was able to go through one of the students' review. Now, I'll tell you this. I could relate to every bit of the student's narration of his journey prior to his meeting with Megan. Now, the point is, we did not say anything. Some student gave us a review. Based on that, she was able to understand. So we had a discussion, and then we, decided to go forward. Now here, when I spoke to Radha, the reason why I was able to take this assignment is I was able to trust her. The question is, at some point of time, Ram Mohan trusted us, Mr. Ram Mohan trusted us. That is the reason why we were able to build it. We could not have built this without him. He trusted us. Next, Radha's parents trusted us. And then we were able to trust Radha. So everywhere it's trust, it's trust. So when you have that, you'll take that extra step. Now the point is, why was I able to give my 100% efforts in trust? Because I saw that if this girl gets this amount of effort, she will definitely go and clear. Now this is exactly how I saw that. How I saw that. Now this is what I'm trying to tell you. The reason why I was able to work so intensively at that point of time, because I could clearly see the result. So if you also are able to see the result in May 24, if you see that result, the way you operate is very different. If you think, if you hope, if you pray, if you're clueless, that's not going to happen. Now you have to clear in your mind first. You have to clear right away. Passing should happen right now. Only when it happens today, only when it happens right now, that is when you'll be able to study. Otherwise, you don't get the strong intent. You will never get the strong intent. That's the reason why I'm time and again repeating. You don't know, right, whether you pass or fail. So why don't you trust that you're going to pass? So take that extra step, slight amount of optimism. That is exactly what you have to focus. Then coming back to this, with our spirits way out, we met him in the person. The first thing that struck me was his frankness and honesty. Now, this is what I always, there is only one thing. I'm brutally honest. That's what gave me everything I got in life, even the problems also. So about the situation we are in, had a one-to-one conversation with the student for 2-3 hours and finished. So I spent good amount of time with Radha, and she's a fantastic student. She already built something. It's just that she needed some level of guidance. So that is exactly what we were able to do. So I was able to. This is a good insight. Now she says that after the analysis, I was able to match the summary of her understanding in 10 to 12 hours, what a mother would have in 10 to 12 years understanding of her daughter. I was able to give it in the first day itself. Now, for me, that ability is because of the students, because students open up, students speak, students share things that they don't even share with their parents. Now, how did I get that ability? Only because you guys gave me, because you're trusting me. Again, this is also trust. The ability has coming because of trust. You're sharing things which you don't share with anyone, including your parents. So I'm able to understand who you really are, what your challenges really are. So that way, yes, once again, trust. So Himaganda was able to break down the nitty-gritty of the situation in a conscious and precise manner, solution-based approach, than dwelling solely on the problem. Okay, so that is exactly what has happened. And with severe paucity of time, what we did is we spent some time in Vizag at her home, and then we came back and we spent good amount of time in Hyderabad, like the current offline office where things are going. So no, it was, I just reciprocated. No, they were extremely cordial and gracious. This was about, she mentioned that I'm generous, but no, I was only reciprocating how they are and what they were doing. And she said she was a silent spectator. Not at all. I would say she was the one who worked the hardest because I really, I'm surprised at the level of determination. Now I'm questioning myself as a parent because of her, because the level of intense effort which she has put in, impeccable or incredible, because Radha had to work and I had to work. These are our professions. We had to, but as a mother, the way she has done, I'm extremely happy. Now, in fact, I'm re-looking at my role as a dad for Ira, where I want to do more than what I ever did. So that I got inspired by her parents in this way. This is one thing which I really loved about them. And initially, yeah, she's also frank enough to admit the truth. I did not have complete faith in the outcome as promised by Himikant. Nevertheless, I was sure that the journey would bring in a sea change in the attitude. Now, she was always saying whether it's not just about the CA, I want a significant change in her thought process and attitude. I would say, why have one? You'll have both. She'll become a fabulous person in terms of the personality and character and all. And also, she will be able to experience fantastic success. So, yeah. So that's what she mentioned. And by the way, the result of December 2023 exceeded the expectations of everyone. And then you saw the result yesterday. And our preference is quality or quantity. Now, quantity also breeds quality. Yes, definitely quality or quantity. Once the quality is fixed, we also want to do quantity also. Quality and quantity is what we focus. But yes, first quality or quantity, and quality and quantity. That is exactly how we are moving from 9 to 12 hours. So this is exactly what has happened. And he chose to work with a student on a one-to-one basis. Now, this is exactly this, because we don't treat you as admissions, one admission to admission. That is not how we look at it. We look at you like people. We look at your family like a family. Now, that is exactly how it has to be done. So when we have to do this, we can't play cheap and that bullshit game of numbers and all that. So if we have to treat you like the way you have to be treated, we have to work the way, because we have to survive and we have to take care of certain things. When an attention, instead of selling some classes to 10,000 people, if we are focusing on 10 people, we also expect the same level of commitment. We also expect the same level of efficiency. Now, when a random student sitting in a random library studying in a random mode, This is you working here in a close context. Now you definitely have to level up and you have to play your A game to make sure you reciprocate. If you're not putting your A game, whatever we do, it would not have been possible. Now, the whole review talks about it, but I'll tell you the stopping factor would be Radha, right? If she would not do what she's supposed to do, how would she clear? Now I'm giving all of this probably 0.1%, 99% of the effort she has done it. So the credit goes to her always. But my point being, if you look at the whole journey, it was all about trust. Someone trusted us, some parent trusted us. We were able to trust the student trusted us. Now we skipped coaching. We skipped coaching. We did it completely through index mapping and end game optimization. The journey was crazy. It was not easy to for someone who is starting new to trust us, because people who clear one group already with us, who come back, they still don't do index mapping. They still don't do a lot of things. Now we are forcing them. Why should I force people to do previous year revision? Even after doing this, a lot of people did not submit day and revision yesterday. So that's when it decided, boss, this is what it is. Now this is exactly what it is. This is exactly how it is going to be. So if you're not able to trust, definitely go back and reflect what the hell is wrong with you. Because if you're not able to trust anyone, it's not going to help you. Or if you find someone more trustful, please go. But the point is, it is important to trust a particular source. It is important to trust a particular ecosystem. Otherwise, you'll fall in the loop of going nowhere. Trust someone. Or if you think your personal techniques or your personal strategy is great, trust yourself. That's what I did. I did not have a mentor, at least until I cleared CA. So I trusted myself. So make sure you trust someone. Okay. So she's currently relocated. As I said, she'll be interacting with you shortly, because I want her to, create a journey of what has happened so that you will get some value. Probably in the next couple of days, she'll also interact with you directly. And she's talking about becoming the most sought after brand. Of course, we will. Of course, we will. And I already told you the path. Now, as an entrepreneur, I'll tell you how I connect the dots. Now, I have someone who is very close to me. So this is the journey is simple, right? So now there is one common person here. There is common person here. I'm on the other side. Now this guy is on the other side. Now this is network rights. Let's say I have something extremely valuable to be shared with the nation. Now I give a file to him. Probably he might show it, get that attention to PMO. I don't know. See, I'm saying as an entrepreneur, think about possibilities. Right? It may or may not happen. I'm understand. I understand it's not like as simple as I said. I understand impressing this person itself is hard because he has studied from a couple of universities. So I have to put in that work. Unless I put in 10,000 hours, I won't even talk. I never asked him anything because for me, unless I put in 10,000 hours, nothing comes out. For first 10,000 hours, he already appreciated and supported. Now I'll have to go back to him with the second 10,000 hours. Now I think we've done 16,000, 17,000 hours. So there are another 3,000 hours left for us to invest and put in. And that's when I'll go back to him with the revised plan. So yes, that is exactly what I'll do. So now you look at it yourself. Now you're sitting with this, right? You're sitting with them. Now I'm sitting here. Now probably if you have something very valuable, probably I'll put that. I'll get his attention for you, right? If you put in those 10,000 hours. And the question is, now him is a particular attribute. Everybody who builds themselves in a particular personality, they'll be able to succeed in a lot of things in life. Now that way, yes. When I say network, this is what I'm talking about. How soon or how fast can you meet anyone in India? Like if you have to talk to someone, it should be done to 3 calls, not that bullshit network happening in a chai pe chacha moda library. So collapse all that uselessness, collapse all that uselessness. So just see, I'll tell you something now. When you talk about social media, we hardly. I could have posted many things here. That the level of things which I do, I could have continuously used social media left, right, and center. But the point is, you'll have to portray what is the deepest thing about you, not what is superficial, what is the silliest thing. If you notice, we never asked you to even subscribe to our YouTube channel. No, basically, I've never do that. The point is, I'm not saying it's a sacrifice or something. I'm saying it's a mentality. Now focus on what's deep. Focus on what truly matters. It works differently. Even for you, don't focus on superficial things like you're sitting. Sitting is a superficial thing. You're having a book. You're motivated. Superficial things. No. What is that underlying connectivity? What is that underlying purpose? Now, even with us, let's say, are you listening to me just because you paid fee? Are you listening to me just because you don't have any other alternative? Are you listening to us truly because you feel connected? Truly, is it because it is making sense? That is a question which you have to ask yourself. The same thing. Are you doing it just because your parents are struggling, or probably you have some responsibility or internal guilt, or do you truly feel connected to the journey of CA? Now, if you feel disconnected, go back and get reconnected. If you feel disconnected with us, go back and get reconnected. That's what it is. Now that happens with me also. Sometimes I feel disconnected with my startup. Now I'll stop it. I'll go back. I read the reviews of my own students. Then I understand. Okay, this is how people are trusting us. I don't have a choice to maintain this trust and increase it more than what it is. Then we'll reconnect. So do this, then come back with a different set. That's when only when you're a super student I can help you clear in one attempt. Let's understand this. Only when you're a super student I can help you clear in one attempt. So I've said enough for the day. It's already 6 o'clock. So I'm leaving this session open. So I want most of you to study in the live study hour mode, at least for the next 3 hours. Okay. So this is where I wanted to conclude. So previous revision, it did improve from yesterday. In the next couple of I would say next couple of days, you will see drastic revision, drastic improvement in terms of the outcome. So yes, for now, immediately switch into the study mode, 50-minute time slot. After 50 minutes, take a break for 5 minutes. Then the next one, then the next one. That is exactly how we are going to do until 9 o'clock. Okay. Links I will share. All the links I will be able to share. So get into the study mode and keep this conversation rotating and revolving in your mind. All right, guys. I'm calling it a day. Have a great day. Please make sure the first session goes very well. The next 3 hours, the session will be open for you.